You will be whatever you want. A knight in shining armor, or a magic spellcaster. Roll the dice, hoping for 20 might get the one. The clash of grids can turn the tide of the battle. The dungeon master has saved the tale for us. Let's start this journey together. Ignite the fire and cast your spell. Thrust your swords straight into your foes. We have the strength to overcome all the challenges ahead. Embark on adventures, endless journey beyond reality. Into the darkest dungeon that waiting for us. Pushing forward and level up. We finish what we have started. Lots of needs.
Hi, welcome to Clash of Crits. I'm your host, but today I'm not your Dungeon Master. Today we have Osokuma as your Dungeon Master. Take it away, Osokuma.
Yeah. Damn. What session is this so far?
6.
This is 6.
It's almost 7.
We're yeah. I guess we're we're pushing through it. You guys enjoying it so far?
I enjoy killing that motherfucker, but yeah.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen to me.
I think the only one that's really worried is Chappie. But speaking of Chappie, I will kick it over to him.
Fun fact: LeBron James is the first player in NBA history to get 50,000 points.
Boom.
I thought you were
fucking
supposed to do
suck.
personal. You
You
said you were going to do fun
fucking
facts about
suck.
yourself.
And LeBron James.
Fun
is my-
fact, he likes LeBron.
I do. I love LeBron.
Okay.
I was a LeBron James fan even when he left, and then when everybody was selling all their
feel
Miami,
it.
all this Cavs shit, I have a whole like fucking Tupperware container full of it.
I respect it. You're not one of those.
Tupperware?
Yeah, like a fucking.
You mean like the tub?
Yeah.
Okay, I would because I'm like
I know what you meant.
thinking the
Storage
same
container.
thing.
Storage
Yeah.
container. Storage container.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gladware.
I'm like this motherfucker got like a
A
fucking like
1950s. A couple of LeBron James cards.
A Home Depot bucket full
Until
of LeBron
another
James.
team
You had
wins
LeBron lunchbox.
I do.
until another team wins a championship here, he's the only reason we will have one in the next 100
Dude,
years.
That's true, and he's about to get another one this year.
Speaking of LeBron,
That's
have you
'cause of Luka.
seen the just complete LeBron effect that's going on with John Cena right now?
With John Cena.
With his hair.
Oh, he
Dude,
back.
They are burning his shirts. They're like kids are throwing away
Oh,
all
yeah.
their John Cena
They were
action
crying.
figures. Dude, it's through his entire career of being the greatest babyface that the WWE has ever had.
What does that mean?
Mean good guy.
Good guy.
Babyface means good guy?
Yes.
Okay.
He had to, right now on his last year before he retires, he finally became a heel, which is being the bad guy.
Is that the clip I keep on seeing of
Yes.
him holding Cody Rhodes, I think, his
Yes.
legs while Travis Scott's just slapping the shit out of him?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of... I was like, what is this?
You got to get on the ride.
Dude.
Why is Travis
Don't-
Scott
don't
there
do it.
slapping Cody Rhodes?
Because he does all of the all the music and stuff
Yeah.
for like their main events.
His song Fiend is the theme song of the WWE.
It's a great way to mix pop culture with wrestling because a lot of rappers grew up watching wrestling. So a lot of rappers be like, yeah. I want to join that shit. Let's do it.
I just like...
And it's they've been doing it for years. Snoop Dogg did it, Shaq
Yep.
did it.
Glorilla
they
did
all
it.
like wrestled too.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson did it a few times.
There was a long run with Bad Bunny for a little bit.
Bad Bunny
Facts.
really fucking did it. Logan Paul did it and then became full time.
Now, I don't know anything about wrestling, but something I will say, Cody Rhodes does not look like a good guy to me.
Because he looks like Homelander.
I never watched The Boys, so I don't know.
He
So I don't know.
fucking does.
He's Cody
It's-
Lander.
But like, I don't have that
Oh.
connection with it, so that means nothing to me.
He's-
Saying he looks like Homelander. To me, he just doesn't look like
Yeah,
a good guy.
Right now, lately, like his facial expressions and his
It's just his
attitude,
face.
he seems like he's not a good guy because of things that he's been through. But if you see the journey from the beginning to end of like what his story is, he definitely is a good guy. He's somebody who has heart and won't stop.
Sure, I'm
type
just saying,
thing.
like aesthetically, every
Yeah.
single time I've seen Cody Rhodes, oh, that's Homelander.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it
Nazi
is.
Superman. Just think of that.
But like just his aesthetic, who I've seen Cody Rhodes, he just doesn't look like a good guy to me. Whenever I've seen him, I'm just
Yeah.
like, he looks like a bad guy.
Yeah, it's just John Cena's been the biggest babyface of that company, and him turning heel fucked up a lot of people. Like
People were crying. People were. I was turned.
I didn't know what to do, but it was exciting. But like people, like a bunch of kids are throwing away their action figures. Like
That's extreme.
People are like burning
No, it's
like his
not.
shit and stuff like that.
This man is literally people's like hero. Like imagine if your like literal childhood hero
LeBron James
turned on you
went to the Heat.
in the worst way.
He's like Mr. Do the Right Thing. He goes to hospitals all the time and like spends a bunch of money on kids and does like the
He's
make
the
a wish
nicest guy in the
thing
whole
and
world.
stuff like that and
To a
everything.
fault.
The nicest guy ever. And like if you're actually like into wrestling, you get that genuine feeling of how much of a nice guy he is.
Gotcha.
And he also like main plots the best stories that the WWE's ever written ever.
Yeah. Now he's
Now he's in the best one again.
yeah.
I thought the motherfucker retired.
Who?
John Cena.
This is his retirement tour.
This is retirement tour. He came back for one more year to see how well he could
just
do.
to go. Okay.
and now he like
Okay.
sold his like
I get
soul
it.
to
I
Hollywood
get it.
Rock.
I
Like,
get why they so hyped
And if
about
he
it.
wins in WrestleMania, he will be the first person ever to have 17 wins,
17 world champions.
17 world championships, and somebody is going to have to try to beat that goal.
And the closest person is Randy Orton at 15. The Viper.
Okay.
Yeah. I hear voices in my head.
Cody Rhodes never been good to me. Fuck him.
Okay. Well,
Him
we're
and Dolph
going to go
Ziggler.
ahead and kick it over to Droppa.
Fuck Cody Rhodes. The horse that he rode in on, go dust forever.
Damn.
You Stardust. That's yeah. Fuck you. You picked Goldust was fire though. He was fire.
Whatever you did offended this man.
made it
I don't know what
easy.
any of this means, but
You said Goldust, and all I thought of was Goldust snapping his fingers and rolling his neck.
Hey, I didn't think that. I'm sorry. I was just saying it just.
you offended him.
Yeah, you betrayed me. You are
Put
the
you-
worst to your fucking friends.
Put you
bitch.
straight in tizzy. I didn't even know.
See, that's because it's you. I hate you. Genuinely.
Fair enough. I feel it.
Die slow.
Love you too, baby.
Damn, you gonna take that?
What's good, everybody? It's Dropper Cree here. I play Shalissa Aveda the Third. My dream journal. This night was weird. It was just me floating in the inky dark. The steady drum of the hunger. I could feel he wants more. More magic. More power. It started with me stealing my grandfather's staff before I left home. And now I can't stop. I need to feed this hunger.
Wait a minute. So you're not somebody who's just interested in magic. You're a magic klepto. You just be stealing magic shit.
Sometimes.
Damn, you
That's
like
crazy. I'd never let you in my house.
It's not stealing. It's called Christopher Columbus.
nah. That's
That's
crazy.
crazy as fuck coming from you.
I was gonna say you're Britney Spears with the magic, but you got it.
Don't fist bump him.
Thank you, also. Don't
fist bump that.
Yeah.
So you steal it and then
No, my father wasn't using the staff. I walked up and said, "Ooh."
so you steal it and then say, yeah, this is mine. I
Hey,
discovered it.
So your dad
This
pissed.
wasn't your magic.
It's
This
not
is my
stealing.
magic.
It's discovering it.
Yes, I discovered this
In your father's
from you,
room.
and now you're dead. So I discovered.
Your dad pissed on all your hard work in school and try to waste you from your fucking family records. What you gonna do?
Probably help him because I feel like I need to help everyone.
Did he just do that to do it, or did you do something first to make him want like that?
His sister in a
Don't
coma.
Oh
ask these fucking questions.
Are you gaslighting him?
You supposed to be on my side.
Am I? Apparently, everybody's a fucking sleeper agent because the fucking Dow Corn Corner. I can't trust nobody.
Because you, you were his baby boy until you weren't.
Yeah.
Until you started doing better.
Hey, I didn't know she was gonna drift off.
You're literally Cody Rhodes, bitch.
Hey, sexy. I
I hate him.
never say I hate
We're
myself.
taking applications for new Clash of Crits podcasters.
Wait.
If you're kind of funny in some form of ethnicity, we need you.
Dolph Ziggler was better than Cody Rhodes.
Damn, are you trying to
Okay.
replace
Wow,
me?
okay.
Whoa.
So from one crazy to another, Nomi Smalls.
We could do this.
You would be a Ziggler.
Hey, everybody.
We could-
My dearest Elizabeth, be alert, sober of mind. Our enemy, devils prowling their domains. Playing kings, ready to feast. Masters, tilting our gaze. Look, look, the danger is thy neighbor. Whispering false villains to haunt our dreams. Stoking our fear, our anger, pointing to illusions. Thou ears deafen to true evil laughing as they reign, hoarding and hoarding riches away from their peasants. We do not live in the world we want, but the world we are thrusted into. Refuse to comply, Elizabeth. Our oppressors forget. There are more of us than there are of them. Remind them they should be scared. Resist, resist, resist.
Damn. You watched a lot of Handmaid's Tale.
So we're all thinking the same thing, right?
Okay.
So the answer is it's my barrel.
Oh, I was about to say, who your bitch?
I was like, who the fuck is Elizabeth?
It's my barrel.
I was like, I know I missed a session, but what the fuck happened?
That's Baron writing to his barrel within his barrel.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Chromie and Baron do slam
Slam
poetry against each other.
That'd be fire.
Psycho! No, not Psycho.
7!
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot about you just because you didn't do shit last session.
What's your name, Seven?
Wow.
So we're going to kick it over to Sivin.
My fact has something to do with you too.
Just because he's a
six,
DM,
but before a...
you could tell him to go fuck himself.
He knows he needs to go fuck himself, but this has something for him. Hello, it's Seven, the resident rogue, warlock, ranger of the party. My fact today is how I came into that role, because the first class I played was a fighter in my one shot. But what we're talking about is my second session. My second session in D&D. I was joined into a party on the mountain. My party did not let me know, because this was a Naruto campaign that you've heard referenced multiple different times. They said stealth is the way. They let me know this after I built the character sheet. We go into a mountain where my powers are about 90% mute. So the whole first actual session I have is me getting the shit beat out of me on a mountain. And from that point forward, I was taught one thing. Stealth is that, and stealth is above all. As long as your teammates are seen and you're not, that's all that matters in this world. Amen and preach.
So you're still learning that, right? Because
Oh, no.
it's not working.
Oh, that's
I
not
was-
even where
I-
I'm at. So you want to sit there and talk your shit, and that's fine. But so you needed us to tell you before you made your character
I was a
sheet
first-time D&D player.
that stealth was something you needed in a Naruto ninja campaign.
Hey, here, pimpin'. This is your onion volcano. Go ahead, cook.
I'm pretty sure if you ask anybody if a ninja is stealthy, they're gonna be like, yeah.
You talking a lot of shit like 99% of your party members across all campaigns have not had stealth. Shalissa, I'm looking at you because you played like 4 characters in a row that can't sneak past a rock on the sidewalk.
That's cool. I got hands. I didn't care.
Wow, that was very old.
Don't kid.
He's
I was also the
wisely
king of
underage.
stealth of that campaign, so
Yeah, but
Bitch, your sister got kidnapped and you ain't never get her back.
half.
Drabo was a raccoon with a gun, though, so he gets all pass.
Yeah, I had to come with the fact that I feel like it's relevant. Oh, yeah, by the way, also, that kid that you heard reference in one of the earlier episodes about 20 cavities, that's me. I leave off with that.
They know.
Yeah. We're gonna go to Psycho.
And I ain't shit.
Godric Intermittent Investigation number 237. These Kori are amongst us and might be within our ranks, within our unit. I will keep the foundation strong and cut my rust out if I have to. I will never fail us again, brothers.
Kenneth?
Are you guys ready for a recap?
No.
No?
Take that shit off real nice, moist, like with your lips, like grip the cap with your lips, raw neck that shit, twist it with your face and go and give me a recap.
I'm drinking from a can. I don't have a cup.
that cap, set the cap on, lick the cap and read the cap.
You just slobbered and drooled all over my playmat.
Actually, I think it's on me.
No, it's right
Is it
there.
on the playmat?
It's right there.
Touch it real
No.
quick. Put your finger on
He
it.
said touch it.
I bless your playmat.
You could just take the cap and put it on your head. Please. Thank you. Thank you.
That was a lot of slop. You know what? Okay, so we all good?
Anybody else?
On last session of the Clash of Crits Eberron campaign, Team A of the Ghost Unit were split into two groups. Godric, Bia, Shalissa, and Baron fought hard to continue their mission, and they successfully gathered all information needed that was associated with the drug Dragon's Blood. They also discovered new information about the motives of the Inspired and the evil quarry that were allied with them. Through combat, they were able to strong-arm the quarry and push them out of the material plane. Meanwhile, Kappa chased down Kor through the back streets of Sharn, and upon capture, discovered secrets that could get him killed if anyone knew that he knew. I wonder what will happen next for Team A. Things have become very hectic. I guess we will have to tune in and find out. Before we get into anything, I want to talk about the ring that you have, Droppa. You have the Ring of the Dreaming Dark.
Mm-hmm.
You have an ability with that ring called Nightmare's Inspiration. You have the ability to spend a fate token, and if you do, you are able to give somebody else one of your die. And they will roll 5 dice instead of the 4. If the majority, if more than half of what they roll are pluses, then you get to add a plus to your next roll.
Rounded, right?
Rounded. So basically, you're able to give somebody the possibility of being able to pass something, and if they do, you take benefit from it. Ghost Unit Team A, you have just landed in Karnath, and you are driving towards the city. You guys have only been given a location so far, but you have not been given any information about what your mission is while you're here. For Godric and Bia, you know that anytime a mission pops up like this, that means that there are some very secretive things going on and a lot of information that needs to be hidden for the safety of the mission. So you're not being sent anything. This is stuff that you're going to be informed on in person as soon as you get there. So this is a very high-risk mission is what you guys would take it if you guys weren't given information before you got there. You guys can have a small conversation with each other while you are getting into the city. You guys are going to Bastion, which is right outside the Karn Wood, which is like a big forest that's in Karnath. Bastion is a small city between the Karn Wood and the Ashen Spires, which is like the mountain range that's out there.
I think in this drive, unless someone was talking to him directly, Godric would be very quiet, given everything that we have just experienced with the quarry and the Dalcor with Lucar, and then us knowing that Core is quarry, and the whole thing with Kappa having to like stop him and things like that is putting Godric very on edge at the moment. Hence why, like, you know, he turned him in. He also turned him in a way that he knows that he probably shouldn't have, because he told 6 to be like, just hold him off until I get there to ask questions personally. He's got a lot of emotions, and he's probably pretty high strung about it for the emotions that he could process anyways, being Warforged. Yes, and no real reports have been put in, so he's probably he's more high tension and high strung than he usually is, so he would probably be staying quiet unless someone's talking to him directly.
I will say that you guys are in the country of Karnath already, driving. As you had went from the offsite, like across the border into Karnath, you seen that Kit flashed the lights a certain amount of times, like a code, and you see this horde of like zombie soldiers, like split with enough room for you guys to go through, and you see that in the middle is like a giant that's a zombie soldier that's like standing, that's like arched over, and you guys drive in between his legs.
Damn.
How many times have you been in Karnath?
I would say that you guys have been there maybe a handful of times. I would say that Bia, Godric, and maybe Kappa have been there the most.
And during this drive, Kappa would be like scribbling in a notebook. Pretty much Also, kind of like Godric, where he won't say anything unless he's like spoken to.
So Kit has 3 rows. So
I'd be in the farthest row.
I was about to say, tell me how you guys are sitting so that if you guys would notice each other, if you guys are doing certain things, we would know. So I know in the driver's seat would be Godric. Is anybody going to be in the passenger seat in the front?
I'll be in the passenger seat, but I'm just in the barrel. It's strapped in, and I'm strapped in the barrel.
So it's like the barrel is just strapped into the front seat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't bother Godric. The second row?
I think I'd be in the back, bigger in the back. So like,
No, not
nah.
two biggers in the back.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
two biggers in the back. Yeah, I'd probably be middle.
So you'd be in the middle row, and then
Yeah.
Bia, would you be in the middle row as
Nah,
well?
B is always at the back.
Okay, so Shalissa, you'd be in the middle row by yourself, and in the back row, in one corner would be Kappa, and in the other corner would be Bia. So you guys still have a good amount of time before you get to Bastion.
So Core was brought back like beat up, hurt,
With one arm.
and with one arm.
You guys seen that he was beat up, and it looked like one of his arms were completely burnt away. You just seen like bone.
Shalissa would be like out loud in the car of just, is Core gonna be okay?
None of his wounds were fatal. He made it very difficult to not kill him.
To send him back in that state, somebody's going to ask questions. Was he at least back in his right mind?
He was core at the end.
He never done this before. I'm just worried about him.
As am I.
I don't know if I can even call you Squid anymore. Since you beat Core, I don't think you're a Squid anymore. I think you're just Kappa now.
If that is what you wish to call me.
Yeah, Squid just means new. But I don't think you're new anymore if you beat someone like Core. That's impressive.
I am not proud of what I had to do.
I'm proud of you.
His Kappa nods his head at you.
How did you do it?
Yeah. Tell us. And the barrel starts shaking a little bit in excitement.
I would rather not.
Humble.
Too dramatic.
If you wish to look at the report when we are done, you may.
All right.
It's too fresh.
Oh, reports. Godric, you must be tense right now. You haven't been able to write a report in hours.
It's like a shot clock going down in his head.
I have an intermittent log for personal investigation till we hit home base so I can log it into the database. But we are needed. Reports can wait.
Intermittent log. Is that like the notes that I write to Elizabeth?
I do not know this Elizabeth, but
Oh, and he slaps the barrel. That's this one right here.
if you need to write logs to your tool, then that is to you,
Elizabeth.
up to you. If it helps progress us through our relations, then yes.
So you hear 20 minutes around this mountain range, and we will meet the mark of our destination.
Thanks, Kit. Proud of you. Can we trust Core?
Why wouldn't he be able to trust Core?
I don't know. I never had to fight Core. And if Kappa had to fight him, then doesn't that mean we can't trust him?
No, it's Core we're talking about. That's like saying we can't trust like Godric or Bia. He's our general. We can always trust him. Like maybe disagreements, pressure. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. I don't know Core's like whole life story.
I don't really care about titles. I just want to know if I can still be friends with him.
Hey, Godric,
Yes.
I get protocol is protocol, and we do this for Kenneth. But are you really going to say Corey abandoned the mission?
What General Harath did, what I would be considered undetermined and needs further investigation.
Okay.
But it doesn't look well in his favor.
We all we all have mental lapses sometimes. Godric, we're not like, we're people, we're humans, like, we're not machines sometimes.
We're here. You just said we're not machines to the Warforged. You know that, right?
I know.
Like, I think Droppa's eyes looked at me like, oh shit, I just fucked up.
Cause like Shalissa wouldn't know how to actually say like, oh, we'll talk about it. Yeah.
So as you get around this mountain range, you see that there are certain trees that are still growing like close to the mountains, and then there's this gap that's a pathway before the Karn Wood. Okay. You see that there are 4 guards that are set up there, and you see that they kind of made like a makeshift fence where there is barbed wire that's wrapped around the trees and back and forth, so that if anybody was to get through, they would have to touch the barbed wire in some way, because it's even wrapped around the tree. You can't even climb the tree without, pricking yourself at least. Mm-hmm. You see that there are 4 guards that are there. There is an opening for Kit to drive through.
Okay, so then I would direct Kit to go through the opening.
So as you start driving towards the opening, 2 guards step in front and 1 guard goes to the driver's side. As he goes up, you actually recognize this man as somebody who's worked for Kenneth for a good while. He's like, "Hello, General Godric."
Evening.
Yes, this is something that is very important. I was told to tell you upon arrival that the team needs to be split 3 and 3. The 3 generals will go inside the cabin that is at the end of the road. The other 3 will help assist the guards here to make sure that nobody gets into this location.
We are down 1 general at the moment. However,
Will he be assisting later?
probably not.
We will keep an eye out just in case General Kor shows up.
Thank you. It will be me and Bia.
You can leave your vehicle here.
As Godric would look to everybody to get out to start getting out the car.
So as you guys get out, you see that more guards are walking up through the forest, and you get ordered. Kappa, Baron, and Shalissa, the 3 of you get ordered to team up with another guard that is there and go ahead and do rounds separately.
What is this guard's name? Or does it not matter?
You know that these guards are associated with Ghost Unit like you are. Even though you are higher rank, it is not needed for your names to be back and forth. Only the generals are to be named. But you might be able to get a name out of somebody through conversation, possibly.
Is there a leading guard, like a leading officer? Is that the guy who was talking to
Yes.
me? Okay.
You see that he was waiting at the gate for your arrival, and as you get out of the vehicle, he's walking with you towards the cabin.
So he's going to be coming with us.
He's going to be with you and Bia.
I would ask him who is going to be in charge of the patrol guards that are going to be with our men.
He tells you that C-42, C-42 should be in charge unless you believe that one of your men would be best fitted.
I do not. Can I speak to C-42?
And you see that he whistles, and this man runs up to you. You see that he is half and half. His from the torso up, he is still a human, but from the waist down, he is Warforged. It's all mechanical.
I look at him. During your patrols, I would like you to record the movement of my men.
The movement of your men?
Yes.
Are they not to be trusted?
That is not what I said.
I understand. You will get reports back on the security of this location and the movements of your men.
Directly to me.
Yes, sir. You see he goes to like salute you. And then he starts to walk away.
The person who would beat Bia would be next to me as I said that. If anything, though, it's crazy that the only person right now that I do trust, I would completely trust right now is Bia, because we fought the fucking Dalcor together.
B is the residential Dalcor analogous.
You're the one that unearthed it technically for me, so you'd be the person I'd be most comfortable saying that kind of stuff around. Anyways.
Yeah, so you see and the guy that you're talking to, you know him as Dalton.
Okay.
So Dalton looks at you and he's like, you will be able to trust him completely. He has put his life on the line for the house many times.
Understood. Take us to where we need to go.
Yes. So as you guys are walking, he's like, the people that are in this cabin are very important. They are with a person of interest that needs to be shown in a court case. We need it the best of the best so that we can transport them from here to the nearest Cannith base. Once we get there, we could separate them and then take this man to court to get what information he has. Apparently, there was somebody that's manipulating our system within the house.
How so?
They know all of our codes. They're manipulating our mission logs. Where we go. Where you go. And apparently there's files with names on it that have went missing as well. The true identities of the ghost unit.
Godric would look back to because we were walking away. Godric would look back to essentially his team and the guards, and then look back to Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
So he lets you know that as you go to head into this cabin, I will let you know there is a constant zone of truth that is going on into this cabin. It's the only way that we're going to have anything clear the best that we can until we figure out what's truly going on.
Understood.
So you see that he stands at the door, he opens it, and he lets you two in. As he lets you two in, you see that there are 5 people within the room. One of them is a Cannith guard. One looks like a regular human woman. And then there are 3 elves, and their emblems, you could tell that they are from
Valnar?
Valnar, yes.
Okay, I was about to say Valnar Curve.
So the mission is to...
They're from one of the royal bloodlines in Valnar.
So essentially our mission is to escort witnesses. Best way to describe them?
There is a court case that's going on, a secret court case, and you need to escort some witnesses from there to the nearest Cannith base. These guards haven't done it themselves because they don't know who to trust, what to go on, and depending on... They're believing that whatever the threat is going to be something big, so somebody might eliminate all of them, and then there's no way for House Cannith to know what's going on.
Okay.
You get an update.
I don't trust nothing right now.
I see that.
I literally put Shalissa is showing doubts of conviction to Cannith in my notes because
you know sometimes the bases are moved to different locations just in case. You got an update at the most recent location for the Cannith base that's in Carnath. And I just sent a picture of it to the group chat.
Will you allow me to roll a lore roll on the 3 elves that
See
look
where
like
it says Cannith 12?
Yep. Okay, so we're making a trek.
Oh shit!
We're here, and we got a trek.
Damn.
Oh yeah, this is gonna take a while.
Fat ass minute.
I
think I got.
Who gon' betray
But
Godric
will you
first?
allow me to make a lore roll or a notice to see if I know who those three are?
Can't wait to kill you.
To know who those three are.
Yeah, or do I know automatically?
Wild.
So I will say that you don't need to roll at all. So Bia, when you walk in there, you do recognize some faces from, your old life in Valinar. You recognize that the oldest of the three elves, his name is Gordon Meridal. He is part of one of the royal bloodlines. He is a general in Valinar's army. He is a very important person. And you recognize his daughter, Galadriel, and her husband, Gerald. So you see that, like I said, it is the Meridal family who are very important in Valinar. Anybody who is an elf from the homeland would know who these people are. And you can see the way that the human is dressed. The human has to be a handmaiden for Galadriel.
Do they know who I am?
No, you just spent your entire life making sure no one does, and then you got mad about it.
They knew who I was until my parents died.
These people specifically wouldn't know who you were.
See?
Facts.
So they're all just sitting there as you walk in. You could inform Godric if you want to, or you can keep that information to yourself.
I informed Godric.
You inform me who these people are?
Yep.
So do it.
So how far are they in the room?
They're like as you're walking into this cabin, like you're going through the door, but they're all the way on the other side of the cabin. It seems like they're all sitting around a table, just kind of waiting. So as you're walking in, you as Bia could inform Godric on what's going on.
So Godric, the very old elf happens to be a general in the Valinar army. His name is Gordon Meridal. The two next to him, the girl is his daughter, Galadriel, if I remember her name right, and that's also her husband, Gerald. The handmaiden, I am not so sure about, but if she's with them, then she has to be something.
Do you have a connection with any of these people? Will any of this be a problem? Do you have any suspicions of them being, as like Godric stares to look at you for a second?
I don't have suspicions that they are, and they would know my family, but not me.
Understood.
So I'd walk towards them.
Dalton would step in. These are our high generals for House Kenneth. This is General Bia and General Godric. They should be able to assist you in transporting you to the Kenneth base and any other issues that you might have.
Bia has on a hood and a cloak, and he'd take off the hood so you'd basically see his full entire face.
You would see that Godric would kind of like cock his head to the side. I mean, not Godric. Gordon would cock his head to the side as he looks at you. You could tell that you look somewhat familiar to him, but he doesn't say anything because he can't really put his finger on it.
It's always customary to reveal your face. I'd bow to them. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
You see that Gordon stands up, and you see like his legs are like wobbly, but he goes to like bow to you as well in like the traditional like way that Valinar elves would. And then after he sits back down, you see that Gerald gets up and tries to do the same thing.
This is my trusted general, as I've already introduced you. This is Godric. I've been working with him for 20 years. His prowess is honestly one of the highest I've seen coming across. So you're in good hands with us.
You see that Gordon looks at you and he's like, well, I will take your word on it. As I am told, you are built to do the job 100% correctly. So you should be trusted, at least from what you're built for.
I am built for peak perfection in what needs to be done.
And that is what I heard. It will be interesting to watch you in action.
If action is need be, then all you have to do is watch.
Yes, well. My daughter's handmaiden has information about someone, and there are some alliances that could be made if we give that information to your house. So with that, we agreed to go with your people to your base. We were here on vacation until some of this information got out and my daughter could not hold back. She had to tell me.
Excuse me. Who is the point of contact that we'll be heading towards?
Yes, I have connections within your 12 is what you call it. Members within every house. I had a connection with the member of the 12 from House Jarosco, and he connected me with Sigil from House Kenneth. Do you need to know the name of my contact as well?
Yes, all information would help us here.
Yes, so I have an old friend. He is a Loxodon. His name is Shalissa Osveta.
Mm-hmm.
He connected me with Sigil.
Okay.
What you guys know, Sigil is like your number 3 in
He's the
ranks
one
for
who
house.
who is above us.
Yes. There was an issue with my daughter and her handmaiden, and certain information I felt like needed to be brought back to your house. And if things work well, we can create an alliance that can help the Valinarian people for many years to come.
If you do not mind me asking, how long has she been her handmaiden?
This girl has been the handmaiden of my daughter since human years. I would say this child was maybe 9-10 years old.
How old does she look now?
She looks like she's in her 20s, and you see that as like you guys are closer, you guys are at the table, it looks like the side of like her shoulder is like all caved in and like shattered. So like she has like a wrap like holding her arm up and stuff like that.
I assume she's trusted among you.
My daughter trusts her, yes.
Do you need any further things else?
I guess Godric would ask.
Remember, you guys are at a rank where if you wanted to, before you even move them from this cabin, get whatever information you want.
So what I was gonna ask is, this is a serious trek to bring this information. Would you prefer if the information was relayed through us instead?
For the safety of this girl, I believe that she needs to be transported as well.
We can take her, if necessary.
I am fine with it. I don't see any reason why we should continue to be in danger. And then you hear his daughter like cut him off like, "No, father, we have to go with her. She's been loyal to us, so we should be loyal to her."
Does she have any significance within the Valerian people?
You see that like before he even gets to talk, his daughter's like, "She is our family. She is just as much Valinar as we are." And you see like as like she says that, her father kind of like rolls his eyes, but just like goes with what she says, and like her husband just gives like a dirty look at the handmaiden.
Well, if your father orders us to just take her, then that's what we will do. However, if you would like to give us perspective on why to keep her safe, I suggest you would do that now.
Are you sure you want to give them your identity? Your complete identity before you get there? And you see, like, the handmaiden is, like, nervous and, like, shaking. She's like, if I give you the information you want, you'll protect me.
As long as it is through the orders of your general here.
And you see, like she starts she's like starts to get ready to say something, and then she's like nervous and she starts crying. And Gordon's daughter is like, I will do it for you. There are records of a certain race of people. A lot of them aren't really known here, but they go by the name Kalishtar. This woman is one of the last ones of them. She didn't know what she was at first. We adopted her, and she became my handmaiden at a young age. But through time, with the issues that she was having with voices in her head and not understanding what dreams really are or anything, with my family, we have the ability to go through old records. And we were able to find out what she truly is. The problem is, there are a lot of things in this world that would like to have her dead, or even enslave her. She thought that she came across somebody that was like her. And he tried to kill her.
Who was this man?
He had a dark cloak on. She didn't really get a chance to see a face or anything, but she's seen a spark in the sky. From what she says, it was like a star, but during the day. As it's like this star fell out of the sky and hit the building that was next to our estate. Everything crumbled and crushed, but she was able to get away with just her shoulder being injured. When we went back to check that area, we found some paperwork that was, I think, accidentally left behind.
Which was?
You see that she opens up a satchel, and reaches her whole arm into there to her elbow, and pulls out this big scroll. She goes and she hands it to you.
Okay, so I look at it.
As you open it up, you see that there are a bunch of codes. You see that there are emergency codes that will get you into every base. You see that there are codes and locations for every blink spot. And you see that there are full-on serialized numbers that you have seen only maybe once or twice that have to be put in from the top of House Canis to adjust these missions the way that they're supposed to be. So you see that this is a full cheat sheet to control your system and be sent on missions to different places. And you see that there is not full names, but there are the coded numbers for your identities, which if somebody can crack, they can figure out who all of you guys are in Ghost Unit, not just A and B, but the entire system that could shut down everything.
And this is information I don't even have access to.
This is information that you don't even have access to, and you don't know how somebody would even get this. And just you looking at it, your mind, the engine was within your mind starts running, and you're able to kind of in your mind think of how Iron Man will just spread apart like a hologram and see how everything would work. You're seeing how every one of these codes can be used to manipulate the entire system to where nobody should have this. except for the actual patriarch.
Like literally, like the three people above us.
Yeah, and like even in your perception, the patriarch probably shouldn't even have this much power on his own.
Do I also see this, or is it something like?
You're seeing the same thing he's seeing, but his mind is breaking it as a machine. His mind is breaking it down in a different way. Like you're seeing all the zeros and ones in your head as it's like splitting apart. And
Godric would stay quiet, but he would roll the scroll up, and
I wouldn't have even known it was anything connected to you because of the way it's written. But your house emblem is on the scroll.
Godric would put it away in his would hold on to the scroll.
Since you've all found records, and we're in the perfect place to ask this question, do any of you have a connection to the Quarry or Dreaming Dark, other than the Kalishtar?
Gerald looks confused, like he doesn't know what you're talking about. The handmaiden seems nervous. The Galadriel gets ready to start speaking, but you see that Gordon gets real serious as he starts to look at you now. I only know the information that we've gotten through ancient scrolls when we were trying to figure out who she was. You mean like the spirits that are like the one that's within her, right?
Yes. It's more to it than just the spirit that's within her, but if any of you have any information to share that you are withholding, it could help us very much.
I don't know much else except for what's going on with my handmaiden.
Okay. And you said her husband, was he about to speak, or was it that?
Gerald just looks confused, like he doesn't know what's going on. General Gordon is started looking at you real serious after you brought that up.
Could I ask, what's your name?
Nora Mill.
Okay, do you know the name of the spirit that's inside of you?
Yes.
What is his or hers?
It isn't something that I can truly pronounce in this carbon tongue.
Is there a way? No.
She goes and she's like I can try to write it down.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
So in her head, she her eyes roll to the back of her head as she starts to write it down, but it's in Draconic.
And neither of us.
Would I be able to get a lore roll for how long I've been here?
Both of you guys would have to roll lore because neither one of you have said specifically if you even knew language.
I don't know if that's something would be that
Yeah.
is engraved into me. That's all.
That's why I would say just roll lore.
I have a +3.
I have a 1.
Okay. So you actually would know Draconic. So as you see that she writes it down, you see that as you see that she writes it down, by the time she finishes, you see that the name is Baxor.
And is there a way that you would be able to let him out to speak? A way that you're comfortable with, at least.
He's afraid.
You can tell him I am one of the ones that's here to protect his people.
He tells me that he's afraid
Of those hunting him?
of anything. He's been guiding me, trying to keep me away from danger, trying to keep me away from anybody knowing who I am. He didn't even want me to tell Galadriel, but she's been looking out for me since I was young as well. I felt like I had to tell her.
Anything else you can think of?
That I want to talk about right now? No.
All right.
He's glitching.
I ain't glitching.
You close.
He itching to swing.
Because he knows who it is already in his head, and he's like, I just hope I'm wrong.
After she mentioned the spark part.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
because
feel
that's
like
something
that-
that we've seen that spark a million times.
Million times.
Yes.
That's been part of your strategy a
Yeah.
million times.
It was our very first missions.
Yes.
Well, on the
yeah.
pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. as I nod my head. Hello, Gordon. I'm not sure if you've pieced together what family I'm a part of. That laugh tells me you have.
You've been missing a long time, young Vastira.
Yeah, I'm missing to the main world.
I hope that sword does you well.
I may have found out some recent things that can help me besides the sword, but it would be very pleasant for me if you'd avoid mentioning me towards my family or anyone else that you've seen me here.
You've been a ghost for many years. Why should you come back to life today?
I don't plan to come back until I prove myself.
Well, if I have the time, can I please think over whether my family is going to be moving along with you?
Take the time you need.
Not too much time with Hayes. This needs to be reported.
You see, he walks to the other side of the room as he's just sitting like in thought. So while you guys are doing that, meanwhile, going around the grounds for security would be the rest of the group. Which one do you guys want to go first? Or do you want to roll notice to see what happens?
I'll roll notice.
Notice.
Yeah, just get a roll in. Fuck it.
Yeah. We're gonna fucking get the notice in, my guy. With 4.
Two.
1.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with Kappa.
Yay!
So Kappa, you see that a man walks up to you, and you see that he has like a small tag on his chest plate that says F2.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
You are supposed to be accompanying me when while guarding.
I have been told that, yes.
Yes. Everybody else is going on rounds at the moment. We should stay here at the gate.
Okay. Do you have a name?
I am supposed to go by F2
Oh,
while on the field.
fair enough.
Do you have something that I should call you by?
You can just call me Kappa.
Is that a code name?
Sure.
Huh. Well, you can just call me F2.
Okay. F squared.
Huh?
F squared?
No, 2.
Okay. Like TWO or TOO?
Like the number right here, like the letter F and then the number 2.
I can't
Like
pronounce
on
that.
my chest.
Oh,
Big 2, a little 2.
yes. How do you draw your... Yes, Mr. 2.
Yes, F2.
Mr. F2.
So you are you're assisting House Kenneth.
Yes.
Are you a member of? Well, I can't. That unit
I don't know, F2.
sounds like the right answer. I wouldn't tell me as well.
Shouldn't even fucking ask, bitch.
Is there anything that you want to do while you're
This bitch had the audacity to tell me that he can't tell me his real name, but then straight up ask me if I'm a member of Ghost Team.
He said that team.
Yeah.
He didn't say.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, you bitch.
So,
Uh-huh.
is there any specific thing you do? Do you want to strike up a conversation, ask him any questions, or do you want to? You just want to stand here and just stand guard?
We're on
or-
gate duty.
You guys are on gate duty.
Okay.
You see that right now there's nobody coming towards your way, but you can see through the woods a little bit. There's the pathway, and there is some high traffic going back and forth on the path.
I would say it looks like there is quite a bit of movement over there in the brush of the forest.
Yes, they are doing a celebration of the rebirth.
The rebirth?
Yes.
Question mark.
You have never heard of the rebirth?
It is. I do not.
Anytime that a man or woman falls within the war, Karnath's people bring everyone home, and they do something called the rebirth. It's them giving their lives again for their country, and they are brought back to life to go back to war.
Do they do it willingly?
I don't think there is a choice, really.
Interesting.
It does make people feel better, though, in some way. People see it as an honorable thing that their family members can come back to life to defend their country once again.
I could see the respect that must carry.
Yes, I think it's odd.
Yes, I thought it was weird that you guys have all these rose bushes planted around here, and it still smells.
Yes, well,
It's quite the awful smell, actually.
it's something that you get used to.
Yeah. Do you guys even taste food or smell anything else?
Yes, but I mean, like I said, it's something you get used to. Once you leave Karnath, it is pretty weird to smell the air without the dead. Sometimes it turns people's stomachs where they have to come back home.
I could see that happening. How long have you been doing this, F2?
I have been here for about 10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
So you were not from here initially?
No, not at all. I am originally from Undair.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
I didn't expect to be a soldier for House Cannith, but that is the way things went, I guess.
They definitely seem to be the winning side of things more often than not.
You could say that. They do have their fingers in every house, so in a way, when push comes to shove, they are on top.
It's true.
Yes.
They are definitely on top.
So, you're not going to get into anything personal or anything like that?
No,
Ask
not-
no questions
I'd be kind of real stressed out right now. So
after what's going on?
yeah, usually I feel like I would sit here and talk to him, but
Okay.
currently I don't think I would.
You see that he's, like, after a while, he's, like, pretty open with you, talking to you.
We would just be shooting the shit.
Kappa
Yeah.
is on edge, trying not to fuck up.
Absolutely. And I know that.
He's like, because I feel like they smell fuck-ups in the air.
Yeah.
Like,
No, for sure.
He knows. I'm sure, like Kappa at this point, he's like one tiny.
Slip up. I'm
Minute
in
slip up
boiling
and it-
hot water.
Yeah, it can be all it for me.
It's true.
it's like, shit. All this for a W-2.
Swear.
All this shit just to pay
A
Cannon's
WT and their
back.
fucking receipt.
How long is our shift today? Do you know?
Well, we will be here until your generals come and tell us what we're doing next.
Okay, then that will be it.
Yes. So,
Is there a bathroom around here,
uh,
or are we not permitted?
you may number 1 or number 2.
It's always number 2.
Oh,
I'm a turtle.
I won't say anything, I guess. Behind those big stones towards the mountain range, you could possibly shit there. It's pretty hidden. You see, it's like maybe 15 feet away.
I'll be quick.
Yes, I will stand guard until you're back.
Just give me a holler if you need me.
Yes, no problem.
I don't quite wear pants, so I'm never caught lacking.
Okay. So, we are going to move over to Shalissa. You went on rounds towards starting from going around the left, and Baron, you went on rounds going around the right. You guys will eventually meet up and then cross each other.
I'm walking with my guard,
Yes.
basically. You have a number, name, or code name?
Yes. Do Do you want to go by codes? I mean, you came in with the generals. I know that you officially work for House Kenneth.
To be 100% with you, I just had a long mission, and I honestly don't care. If you want to play it by book, you could just call me the Third.
The Third.
If you want to keep it regular, you can call me Shalissa.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm Eric.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Shalissa.
How long have you been here?
Here, 6 months. With House Kenneth, 7 years now.
Out of the 6 months, have you seen the... You said it's called the Reborn or Rebirthing?
Yeah.
Out of the 6 months, have you seen the rebirth actually happen?
Yeah, I've seen it, I think 2 times already. The first time was real disturbing, but it was one of those things where it was interesting enough to where I had to see it again to be sure that everything I seen was what I seen. It's a weird sight. Though, I mean, the magical ability that this country has to be able to do something like that is rare.
Incredible. What did the magic feel like?
It was like this wave, like you can see this weird ripple where it felt distorted, where they did it, but then like this wave shot across the country, and it was something that just made you feel like sick, like something was crawling inside of you. But it was one of those things where like when it stopped, it was unsatisfying. Like you needed it to continue.
Like you need more.
You need it just a bit more.
I get it. You know, if we're out here long enough, I'd like to see the rebirth happen.
They're gathering for it. It's something that should be happening in the morning. I don't know if we're going to be here that long.
Probably not.
Yes, but it is odd. It is countrywide. People gather for the celebration for the soldiers, but it is countrywide. Say your husband died and you buried him in your yard. When the rebirth happens, if you're within the country of Karnath, your husband comes back too and marches away.
To help the king.
Yeah, it's weird. They do it once a year now.
Only once a year.
As a celebration. I'm pretty sure they do it a lot more.
Yeah, that'd be it. That'd honestly
That'd be
be all. Yeah, that'd be all I'd be asking.
Okay. Do me a favor and roll me a will.
Just compels us to do something if you want him to.
Or you can shut the fuck up. Fuck. 2.
2? As you're walking and you're like going, you guys are like on the edge where like all the barbed wire is and stuff like that. For some reason, you get the feeling to like fidget with some of the barbed wire that's like around the trees as you're walking. And you see that there is a piece of barbed wire that's thin. And if you like flick your nail at that little piece of metal, that it'll just like pop off. And like that part will break and unwrap. And you just get the feeling to just flick your nail at it. And it snaps.
Okay.
As you start to walk away.
All right.
As you go to like flick at it and it snaps, you just see like a little glare of light across your ring.
We can have fun together.
So you continue walking. And we'll move over to Baron.
Don't get the pistol on me, Godric.
We'll move over to Baron.
So this guard, he knows that he's supposed to be working with someone, but doesn't see him until he just crawls out of Shalissa's pocket, and that's where they begin. He's just full armor staring at the guy.
As like they're like, you guys are getting met up. Like,
Yeah.
That's weird.
Seems normal to me.
You just like stay in there a lot.
It's roomy in there. Got a pocket, got a barrel. All fits in there.
Okay.
Baron takes stuff off of his armor, mushes it in his hand, and then throws it in his mouth and starts chewing, like under the mask, but you can hear it.
Is this your way of trying to intimidate me? Because we're supposed to be working together.
It's just a snack, dude. Relax.
He's gaslight like fuck.
Me relax. I didn't do anything.
Then don't accuse me of doing something.
So you're ordered to walk with me, so we're in pairs of 2.
Sounds good.
To walk around the perimeter, make sure everything's okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're gonna go this way.
Right as they start to walk, Baron's gonna walk up next to him, get on his toes, look up at his face, and kind of whisper, "So, any places around here to buy drugs?" And as he says drugs, his breath goes outward, really warm and forcefully,
Didn't I tell you it was the feds?
as the gum that he created, the concoction in his mouth, starts to flow into his mouth, and it's supposed to loosen him up and make him say more of the truth.
I love you, Dummy. That's like the most narco.
Wow. Okay, do me a favor, roll a craft check.
This is a plus right here.
Yes, you got
That's
1 plus over here.
Okay, so that is a...
So you got a +1 out of your roll.
That is a 4.
Okay. So instantly, as he takes a deep breath, he's like, "Oh, that tastes weird."
Want some?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're trying to intimidate me, to be honest. Yeah, no, I don't know where any drugs are at. I've only been here for about a week or so. I don't really know much about Karnath. It smells like dead, and that bothers me. What were you asking again?
Just asking where you can have a good time. Any weird wacko shop owners might have stuff they shouldn't.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of weird wacko shop owners at a place that brings people back from the dead.
Where can I find one of those?
Anywhere, I guess. Any corner. I don't know.
Is that what we should be looking for?
No, we're supposed to be protecting the Maradol family.
Baron got silent. What was your name?
Mine?
Yeah.
Jeff.
Why the fuck I get F2?
Well, he gave him like a truth thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can call me Boondar Rootstone. That's his father.
Boondar Rootstone?
Boondar Rootstone.
That's a long ass name, man. I said Jeff. You gave me all that shit.
I'm a dwarf. We have long names. They
You're
mean
a
things.
tall ass dwarf.
It's my armor.
Your armor makes you tall? Explain that.
Sometimes you have things where you're like, I'm too short, I don't like it. And you make yourself tall. And gassy. As he breathes more into the guy's face.
What? So he's just confused at this moment because you see that his hand is out and he has his hand like where like the average height of a dwarf would be, and then he looks at you and puts his hand up higher and he's trying to like make sense out of the armor makes you taller.
Never heard of platform shoes?
Yeah, but you could have just said you had platform shoes on.
Yeah, but it's all one armor. It's all the same thing.
So you have platform armor.
Why not?
Bitch.
Cool, I guess. I mean,
Kind of cool.
yeah, man. So yeah, we can't go to any shops. We got to stay here. The Maradol family and like their handmaiden is here, and we got to protect them. I think you guys are escorting them or something.
Good to know.
Yeah.
If anyone talks to you, you can tell them my name.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let everybody know your name.
Are you even doing your job right now? Are you looking?
I don't know. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, you need to be doing both.
Sure.
Look over there. Look at me. Listen to that. Listen to me. Got it?
Nope.
He don't got it, but he shakes his head yes.
Good.
Sure. I'm gonna need both you and him to roll a notice. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna count that as his notice too. He don't see shit either.
Me neither.
Cool.
That's a 1.
Yeah, no, you don't see shit. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so as some time passes, you cross paths with Shalissa and his guard. As you guys cross paths and go and just like move all the way back around.
As we're crossing paths, Baron will reach out his hand to Shalissa and do like a little woogity woogity woogity, and then do a weird like juke motion and go into the other guy's breath or face.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Woogity woogity
Yeah,
woogity
woogity woogity. Respect it.
Awesome. I'll let you just have one roll craft.
So that is a 5.
So it'll be a 5 altogether.
Yeah, and he
Okay,
has
so
to
go
roll
ahead and give me
will.
that fate token.
Oh yeah.
Pay up, slime.
Oh, I get a +2 bonus, so that's 7, and he has to roll will.
Okay. That's a 3. So Shalissa, you know that Baron just did something to the guard that you're with that made him look a little loopy, and then like he seems like he's loosening up even more.
And then you see Baron spit out something.
That fizzles on the ground.
Okay.
I will give you the opportunity to ask one question. Whatever you may want to ask
I'm looking for the hose.
that somebody from House Cannons for 7 years might
I've
know.
had my hand up for a reason, god damn it. Lord. House Cannon for how many?
7 years.
What is this mission for?
So when you ask what this mission is for,
Yeah.
because somebody from Ghost Unit is a mole.
Is it higher ups?
Must be. Information's been leaked. I don't know what information, but has to be somebody that's a higher rank to know what's going on. Could be anybody. I highly doubt that it would be the Patriarch, the Heir, or the 12, so I'm assuming Ghost Unit. As you guys are starting to like round back up. Back into the cabin.
We're all about to fucking die. God, you're gonna come out pissed.
So back into the cabin. Do you tell him that he needs to make his decision?
Yeah, like we would wait a little bit or whatever, and then I would approach their conversation and be like, "Sir, I'm sorry, but if we are going to make this trek, we need to make this trek with haste. Have you made a decision?"
I believe that with the information that my daughter knows, there's a chance that whoever did all of this may try to come after her as well. I think our best chance is to go with you to the Kenneth base.
Understood. We should depart as soon as possible.
Yes, we will gather our stuff. Let us know when you are ready to move.
Godric would nod his head, look to Bia, and he is going to approach Bia and says, "I'm going to gather the team, and then I'm going to bring Kit up here to take them. Stay with them, and I will bring the team with."
Copy that. I have something I'd like to ask of him.
As Godric does nod his head and then look to Dalton and says, I'm gonna go get the team. I'm going to retrieve my team and bring them back here. and we'll be on our way.
Heard. I will keep eyes on them until you get back.
As Godric would leave.
As you go outside, Godric, as soon as you go out, you see drop from it looks like a unraveled from like a cord on one of the trees, drop in front of you is C-34.
Okay, I will look directly at him.
Hello, sir.
What do you have for me?
You see that he like pulls you aside to where there's no other guards around you guys. Your team is very interesting. I will say that Kappa has kept everything pretty much professional, except for he walked away from his post. It seems to empty his bowels, which is understandable, but on a mission, that is something that he should know how to take care of. It seems that Shalissa has completely blown their own cover and went on first name basis with the guard that they were with. Some information about their personal lives went back and forth between them in conversation. And Baron has manipulated the guard that he was with to spill information about this mission.
Understood. Thank you, C-34.
He steps back and you see that from where his right ear is at, he peels it back and you see that there is machine on the side of his face as he presses into a knob, and then you see that there's like minutes that are on there that he rewinds back and then presses a button as a flash happens in his eyes, and he's like, "Hello, General Godric."
Continue to your post.
Yes. And he turns around and walks away. And you know for a fact that he wiped all information of your team from his own head.
Good.
I need no witnesses.
Godric's like, this dude needs to be squad.
Right, he needs to be part of Go's unit. Fuck my actual team.
Wait,
They're sus as fuck. BS fine right now.
I pooped.
Wow.
Yeah, but like, why?
Because
Bro.
I gotta poop.
Bro.
You don't know that.
Hey,
You don't actually know how to poop.
my dog nervous.
Well, I mean, I know. I'm sure I've seen, like, not directly seen you, but you've been like, hey, I got to shit or whatever
Yeah,
at
we
some point.
shit.
Yes. No, I know. Like, Kappa is still surprisingly the least sus out of everybody.
Try.
he
Catch
said he said he kept it completely professional except for
Yeah.
he left his post to take a shit.
I'll wait.
You motherfuckers.
What did I do?
The Ghost Unit team getting a RICO charge. Y'all fucking around.
So,
I was getting information, dude.
Godric is going to head to the gate and essentially try to round up his team.
Okay.
Because I assume that the patrol would meet back at the gate, right?
Yeah. So as you're heading to the gate, Kappa, you'd be walking back to your post.
Mm-hmm.
And F2 is like, everything good?
Yes.
Okay.
Had a lot of fiber.
Yes. While you were gone, your general met me, and I updated him on everything for the mission.
Godric came by?
Why'd you say that so nervously? Like, as like Chappie,
That was perfect. Yo. Oh, fuck.
like, you just sound caught as fuck.
And I know Godric didn't come by
Fuck, the manager was there.
because he would have yelled at me.
He looks at you and he's like, "No, General Godric and General Bia are in the cabin.
Okay.
General Core met me at the gates, and I updated him on the mission. He said that he was going to check the outskirts to make sure that everything is secure."
How long ago was this?
Maybe 2 minutes before you showed back up.
Okay. Did he have his hammer?
No, he did not. He seemed like he was unarmed for the most part. He did have a bow, if that matters.
Okay. He had a bow,
Yes.
not a crossbow.
No. It looked like a longbow.
How did he look? Did he look in good spirits? Did he look healthy?
Hard to say. I've never personally met your general before, but he showed all credentials so that we know it's exactly him.
Okay.
Yes, I was going to contact your other generals, but he had said that he's going to check the outskirts, and then when he heads back, he will contact them himself.
That is above my head.
So as he's talking to you, Shalissa, you and your guard, and Baron, you and your guard are meeting back up at the gate. And you guys can see in the distance, Godric is walking towards your way as well. So I'll leave you guys there. Bia.
She's the daughter's handmaiden. I feel like I'd be going to the oldest because it'd be the most respectful situation.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Gordon.
Yes.
I have a few requests.
What?
The very first request would be the papers from your research on the quarry. Is there a way that you can pass them over to me?
That is all in the Valinarian library.
It's all the ones I've seen? Out of the game?
Yeah, it would be things that
Okay.
you have seen before, unless there have been new discoveries since you've been gone.
Yeah. I would like any discoveries made since a week before my disappearance, if that'd be fine.
That is something that I can put an order in for, but it might take some time to get it sent to you, unless you will be showing up in Valinar yourself.
I'm not sure when the next time I'll show up, but it's very relevant to the next thing I'm about to ask you about. So, Gordon, as you know about my parents' death, you might have suspected there was no one that could take them down. Reasonably so. What I'm about to ask to try on the handmaiden is something I've learned to do throughout my years since. I've learned to directly contact the quarry that resides within people. I'm asking you if it is okay for me to try that, because I believe that with information I've recently come across, that they might have information that can help me protect them. And it's in our best interest to do that.
Do what you need.
So I'd walk over to the handmaiden.
You'd walk over to the handmaiden, you see that she's still sitting at the table with everybody else.
Excuse me, young lady Nora. I would like to try something so I could speak to the spirit that resides within you.
He is afraid.
I understand, but he has information that can help me protect him and his people.
I can't make him speak to you.
You just relax. I'll take care of that.
Okay.
Well, let me pass you a coin. And I would
Okay.
like to use Trespass the Veil.
So you use a fate token so you can trespass the veil. So you see the girl looks at you. There are 4 chairs at the table. Gordon is not sitting at the table. So there's where Nora's sitting. On her right is Galadriel. On her left is what's his name again? Gerald. And then across from her is you. You go to trespass the veil as you see that everything gets flooded in darkness in this void. And you see, like, shivering across from you looks like the, like, silhouette of, it looks like this man that's, like, just, like, scared and nervous. You see he's, like, shivering and shaking as he's looking at you with eyes of fear.
Everything is okay. I reach my hand out. I am here to help. I am not here to hurt you.
They're going to kill us.
They are not on my watch.
They want to send us back.
I won't let them.
I don't think there's much you can do. I don't feel much of them anymore. This man tried to take us. Whoever he is.
I'm aware.
And after that, little by little, my people have disappeared. I don't feel them here anymore. They're succeeding. The inspired. And the quarry that follow the dream in dark, they're succeeding.
I will personally stop them. They only succeed when all of you are gone. As long as there are some of you left, there is hope left.
What are you even going to be able to do for us?
I can do more than you think. I've even sent back one of the ones that was controlling Sharn. Trust me when I say I will make sure they won't send you all back. I just need your help.
This Reaper is different. It's as if he's not even from Dalcor. It's as if he knows this world better. I don't know how you're going to be able to stop them. It feels like, as the days go on, every moment he feels closer. He feels closer. So I'm going to leave you there. Godric, you are walking up to your team as they are standing with F2 at the gates.
Okay.
Right before you get to call to them, as you're heading towards them and Kit, you get a ding on your arm of a notification from the main base.
Saying what?
You open up the file. You see a list of names, and you see pictures. And it's showing every single member of Team B dead in their vehicle. The report says that Team B was found dead on their way back to main base. But all of the samples and information from the mission was not taken. It's still in their cryo chamber. They can't find any reason why they were attacked. It seems like all doors weren't even open. It was just the back of the vehicle that was broken open, and it seems like it was broken open from the inside.
I can't believe I might actually think that this is the way that Godric would go about this after seeing that info. Do I know that it came to me, just me? Do I know if Via got that?
You know that it was directed to you as the senior officer because of what happened. You're the only person that got this.
Is there anybody I can talk to? Like, communicate back with, or this is just like a notification that I have to be aware of?
This is a direct message to you from the air.
And is there any follow-up message? I just want to know before.
Yeah.
Like, is this something I can respond to?
It's something you can respond to.
Okay. I would respond back to, what are your orders?
You see that, like, the bubbles are there, like it's supposed to be some kind of reply, and then they end up calling you.
Okay. So as like I'm approaching, I'd see them. I would stop, and then like I feel like I would make eye contact with my team.
Is this out loud? This like.
Well, I'm from a distance. I'm away from you guys.
Okay, you're still
yes.
away.
Yes, because I was approaching you guys.
As they call you, they speak to you in the language that was used to create you guys. So they speak to you in Ancient Giant.
Okay. And while I'm on I would stop in my tracks, and I assume you guys would like see me stop in my tracks, and then you guys would see me look like I'm like, would Godric look like he's on an actual phone call?
You would look like you're holding your forearm, but you could, like, they could tell that you're in a call, like you have feed going to your ear.
I would be making eye contact with you guys while I'm doing this, but
so in Ancient Giant, it is Norin,
okay,
which is the son of the Patriarch.
okay.
General Godric, I don't know if you're in danger. Your entire unit may be targeted next. I talked to Sigil. Apparently information about you guys are out. I think there was an assassination hit on Team B. I don't know who it could have been.
Well, would I be like Patriarch, or what would I tell him, like Lord?
Either you would say like Lord, or you would call him by his name. He has no real title. He's just the heir at the moment.
My lord, do I have authorization to run a private investigation?
Without the knowledge of the rest of your unit?
Correct.
You have been loyal to us since your creation. Until this is solved, you are the same ranking as me. Figure this out, please. For House Kenneth.
For House Kenneth.
And you see that he hangs up, and you see that, like, all GPS location for House Kenneth is shut off. So you can't even see your team members.
I would then approach the team.
When Godric is approaching, does he look any certain way?
I think you would actually probably see a calming wave go over Godric, because now he's in a realm of his own where he doesn't have to
Go through protocol.
go through protocols with anybody else. That he knows that what he's doing is he can finally make the judgment calls that he knows is right to him for Kenneth.
Would that actually be alarming to us?
No, because I would probably just look like myself.
Okay.
So when you were on the phone, it did look like you were on the phone.
Yeah, you guys saw that I was on a call.
When you walk up, I'll salute you. Orders.
No orders for you. We have a escort mission. You all are going to be escorting some very important people to a Kenneth base. Not far from here. It is still going to be a trek. I look to F2. What vehicles do you have?
At the moment, we have a couple of steeds. We have one vehicle that is parked behind the cabin. It is... Think of it as a speed tank. There's a tank that is built for speed.
Do you have a shop here?
We do not. We would have to go into the city to see any shops.
Like a workshop? I mean like a workshop.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have tools?
I think that the shed may have some older tools from when work was done here.
Bring the vehicle to the shed with the tools.
Yes, sir. Will somebody be here holding the gate?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I will go take care of that. No problem. The rest of the guards are doing rounds one more time. The only person that is on the outskirts is the general.
Which general?
General Core. He came to the gates. I informed him on everything he needs to know for the mission, and he said that he was going to make sure that everything is secure.
Understood.
Yes. You see that he goes to run off.
You three are going to go into that building, as I would point towards the building I came from. And you are going to meet with Bia. And you are going to escort this family.
All right.
Understood?
What about you?
Did you talk to Cora on the phone?
No. As I would walk past them and go towards the shed.
Baron looks like he's about to try and ask something when Godric walks away.
So-
and then he just kind of gets sad.
You walk towards the shed. You guys are following?
Well, I told him to go towards the building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are going towards the cabin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I could, can I flag down C-34 again?
Yes.
I would just have C-34 watch the gate.
Okay. So you see C-34 stands in front of the gate.
Yeah.
Do we notice C-34?
You see that he falls from a cord from one of the trees.
And then I would call for Kit to come to the shed.
Okay. And then Kit would move to the shed.
What essentially I'm trying to do is that I'm going to
Integrate them.
take apart the parts of Kit to reinforce this tank, and I'm going to turn Kit into a solo motorcycle.
Okay. Okay. So you go and you take care of that. Meanwhile, at the table, you are talking to Baxor.
Is this Reaper the one that's attacked you before?
Yes. He has.
Is it the spirit within him that's doing the attacking, or is it the
Spirit.
host? The spirit?
What spirit?
You said you can sense him.
Yes. It's odd. I can feel when he's around. We kept moving because we felt like he was getting closer. And you see that he starts naming locations that they've been, and they start matching up to the last couple of locations you have had, like, mission-wise.
I just want to clarify when BS said spirit, he was meaning the other quarry,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure
Yep.
that was that there wasn't any miscommunication. That's it.
Does he feel close to you now?
He does. He feels very close. He feels... And you see that, like, their eyes open up wide as they look to the side. And you see that it instantly takes control of the girl and reaches over for Gerald. Reaches over for Gerald and pulls him in front. As you see an arrow go straight through a small gap in the window and go straight into Gerald's head.
Fuck yeah. Sorry.
As Gerald drops dead, and you see that Nora gets scared and gets control of her body and jumps to the floor and is trying to, like, crawl towards the door.
Can I see the building that the arrow was shot from?
As you look to the side, because you are still in trespassing the veil, as you look to the side, you could see through the building, through the forest, standing right next to a tree. Looks like there's a spirit. And then for a second, it felt like you seen Kor's face rush straight towards you, and you stumble back. And that's where we'll end the session.
Man.
Damn!
I got full power to like bring the quarry out of this man, right?
Nah, bro, you gotta go follow some instructions.
Guess what, Dad? Mom's single again.
Only thing this makes me feel for your mom. Her name choice is trash.
Oh well, that was something else. Someone got lucky, and we'll talk about how they got lucky in late night traffic. Hey guys, check out our Patreon, Clash of Crits per usual, the show after the show where we talk about the show. We got tons of discussions. We even got a Patreon exclusive campaign called Warcocks. You should really check it out. We would really appreciate the support. But before we say goodbye, plugs. Do any of you traders have them?
Oh Lord. What a late night traffic this is gonna be. The plug's gonna be to our late night traffic, because if there's gonna be any kind of late night traffic, I know I say this every so often, but when I do say this, the late night traffics be motherfucking hitting. Not saying that they don't hit every single time, but this one specifically is gonna be a barn burner. We don't support X anymore, I think.
Bruh, I've been trying to say this for like months.
Yeah, if I'm still here, because Psycho is legitimately in arms reaching me. If I'm still here as he evil ass grins at me, I'll catch y'all next week. If I'm not, Psycho did it. Fuck him. He's in Puerto Rico.
I did it.
We need to post that face of him again on the
My
Discord.
at is _crit on the X, I guess, because
Blue Sky. Just get on there, dude. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm talking about it, follow me on Blue Sky. Know me Smalls.
Word.
I don't know why y'all looking at me. He said traders.
Oh, you're right. I guess I count as one of those traders. I'm one of the small traders. You know, I'm not like...
Oh, I'm not a trader, so.
But...
bitch, you been a Dick Arnold.
You can follow me at OSOKUMA_COK. Also follow Clash of Crits. That's Clash_of_crits with a K. Sheesh.
Well, you can pass it over to one of the loyal members of Canif Team, and about to be Canif Team 2. Opening recruit soon. Popping the late night traffic. Here the discussion. Follow me on X, even though we really don't fuck with that at 7 OG.
Welcome to the origin story of C34.
And my name was Psycho. You can follow me at XYCH0COK. I'd also like to plug in Hybrid Punk. They do some of the music that we play, and Shinovis does our theme song.
You sound upset.
That being said,
You wasn't even the DM this session.
I believe that is everything. So we will possibly have a podcast in traffic. Bye.
Ah!
Bye. This was a Clash of Crits podcast. Theme song done by Shanovis, with additional music done by Hybrid Punk. If you enjoyed our show, please give us a rating. See you in the next episode.